speed versus strength, strategy versus survival, the eternal war of evolution, condensed into a single, brutal fight. In one corner, the cunning pack hunters of the late Cretaceous, swift, intelligent, and merciless, the Velociraptors. In the other, the horned fortress of nature's design, an armored titan capable of turning flesh and bone into shrapnel. The Triceratops. This is not just a hunt, it's a war of worlds. 66 million years ago, the plains of North America were a battlefield of beasts. Towering ferns scraped the sky, and volcanoes smoldered on the horizon. Every breath of wind carried the scent of blood and survival. Here, the raptors reigned not through size, but through unity. Imagine a pack of 6 velociraptors moving low through grass, taller than themselves. Their feathers shimmer in the dusty sun, their eyes glinting with cold intelligence. Each one is no bigger than a turkey, but together they are a weapon system. Their claws are like curved knives, their eyes are wired for motion, and their minds are capable of silent, coordinated attacks. Across the plain, a herd of Triceratops grazes near a shallow river. They are massive, calm, and blissfully unaware. These are armored walls of bone and horn, 15,000 pounds of raw muscle tempered by evolution into living tanks. Where the raptors dance in numbers, the Triceratops stands as a fortress low, but seemingly unstoppable. Raptors don't just attack, they plan. They learn, they adapt, and they communicate in a silent language of chirps, tail flicks, and eye contact. Every gesture carries meaning. When they spot the herd, they don't rush in. They watch, they wait, the tension builds, a heartbeat like a drum. The raptors flank the edge of the forest, testing the herd's defenses, searching for a single sign of weakness, the limping, the old, the distracted, and then they see her. A young Triceratops, slower than the others, separated from the herd by a moment of curiosity. She wanders near the forest line, oblivious to the danger. Steam rises from the raptor's nostrils. The trap is set. The hunt begins. The first strike comes like lightning. One raptor breaks cover, a blur of feathers and fury. The others follow, silent ghosts emerging from the shadows. The young Triceratops bolts, her mother bellows a warning roar, but it's too late. The raptors are already circling. They dart in and out, slashing with their sickle claws, then retreating in a deadly rhythm. The young trike swings her head wildly, her small horns slicing through the air. It's not enough. One raptor leaps for the neck, a fatal miscalculation. A sharp horn meets flesh, and the attacker is thrown aside, its life extinguished in an instant. The pack has lost one of its own. But raptors never fight fair. As the young trike is distracted, 2 more strike from behind, while another bites at the soft underbelly, searching for a weak point. Blood sprays across the ferns. The air fills with a chaotic symphony of screams, roars, and stomping. This isn't a battle of pure strength. It's a brutal test of endurance. One predator is now bleeding, and one prey is cornered by fear. Another raptor clings to the trike's flank as she thrashes, her horns missing by inches. In this prehistoric dance of death, every heartbeat is on borrowed time. But nature has a hidden rule. It favors the relentless, and it favors mothers. The matriarch of the herd has seen enough. She charges. The mother Triceratops plows into the raptors with the force of an avalanche. One is crushed underfoot, its bones snapping like twigs. Another is flung 30 feet through the air, colliding with a tree. This is 2,000 pounds of horn and shield, moving like a battering ram of pure, natural wrath. The remaining raptors scatter, their strategy broken, but one hesitates. The pack leader. Blood is smeared on its snout. It doesn't retreat. It sprints forward, taking an insane gamble. It leaps onto the mother's massive back, a desperate act of defiance. The alpha raptor claws into the base of her bony frill, tearing through thick muscle. The mother bellows in agony, shaking violently as her own blood darkens the soil. But she refuses to fall. With one final, powerful swing of her head, she impales the pack leader, her horn driving straight through its chest. And then, silence. The dust begins to settle. The herd regroups. When the chaos finally ends, the field is quiet again. The raptor pack is broken. 2 are dead, another is gravely wounded, and the rest limp back into the forest's shadow. Across the field, their bodies lie half buried in the mud. The young Triceratops is scarred but alive, standing under the protection of her mother. The mother herself is bloodied but victorious. Victory in the prehistoric world isn't about glory. It's about survival. The raptors will hunt again. The Triceratops will heal. And under a crimson sky, the ancient cycle will reset. For millions of years, this delicate, brutal balance endured. Speed-tested strength, strategy-tested armor. The hunters evolved, and so did the hunted. Even now, their echoes live on, in every predator and every protector that walks the earth today. You can see it in wolves circling a bison, in lions charging an elephant, even in the way humans have developed their own strategies for survival. The Great War never truly ended. It just changed species. In the end, no single creature ever truly wins. Life itself is the only survivor. If you enjoyed this battle from the Cretaceous world, make sure to like, subscribe, and join us for our next prehistoric showdown. Ankylosaurus versus T-Rex. Armor versus the apocalypse. You won't want to miss it.